Alright, good evening everybody and welcome on into my channel. My name is Jason Wiley. I will be your host for this evening, and today we will be continuing Call of Cthulhu. So, for anybody that has not watched, I do actually have the last stream up on my YouTube channel. You're more welcome to check it out, or even you can look at my past broadcasts. So, anyway, I will jump in as soon as I can edit my green screen here. I can. Here we go. Filters, edit filter. Because I'm seeing too much green here. But don't get me wrong, I am playing Call of Cthulhu, but there's got to be a certain level of transparency. That's a little too much. Alright. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive on into Chapter 6. Back, the Hawkins Mansion. Cthulhu.
Who goes there? That nightmare again. I need a drink.
Let's see here, is there any secrets?
No. I want to know what Bradley and Dr. Colden have to say about all this.
You're awake, Mr. Pierce. How do you feel?
Did I sleep long?
The day's only starting. It's fine.
Let me take a seat. Okay, or...
How's our fugitive? Dr. Fuller hasn't reported your disappearance to the force, but that'll come soon.
Bradley?
Who else would it be?
Mr. Pierce, are you all right? You look like you saw a ghost.
I did.
There are things I can't explain.
Tell us. What happened?
Dr. Bradley. You don't need to be a medical professional to say, I saw you get stabbed.
What I'm sure of now is that the Hawkins case isn't just an accident.
And what brings you to that conclusion?
The fact that Charles Hawkins survived the fire.
I don't understand. Mr. Hawkins was buried.
That's what he would have you believe.
I have a hard time believing you.
You were there, Bradley. You even opened fire on him.
I'd remember that.
Why would he fake his own death? Do you think he covered up his wife's murder?
Yes.
That's possible.
Seems hard to swallow. Don't you have anything more concrete, Pierce?
Bradley, what do you remember?
I don't understand your question.
The night we went into the Hawkins mansion. You don't seem to remember the tunnels and what occurred there.
No memory of going down any tunnel. No, we were in the manor, then,
Then what?
The rest is quite blurry. I don't recall how I came back home.
And then?
I went to visit you at the hospital, and called on Marie's help to get you released.
And you don't remember the events of the tunnel?
I don't. Let's talk about something else.
Seems you two know each other pretty well.
It's a tiny island. Everyone knows everyone. Especially since I'm a police officer and Marie's a doctor.
The chemistry is obvious.
I do seem a little bit stupid, don't I? Anyway, let's get back to the business at hand.
Back. What they had me endure. I just talked to Colden. Did Dr. Fuller find Riverside?
Given the energy he pours into Riverside, I presume it was Fuller's creation.
His father's, to be correct. He was a surgeon on board the Scylla. He founded the hospital in 1904 with funds from the Hawkins family before he died and his son Thomas Fuller took over.
Two families inextricably linked.
Most island families are that way. Captain Fitzroy's father was also a seaman aboard the Scylla.
Powerful families dominating everything.
Yes, and as you could tell, Dr. Fuller is like some crazed emperor.
He wouldn't be happy if he knew we were snooping around.
I know the risks. I don't fear him. Do you wish to know anything else?
Sarah Hawkins was committed?
I found a file bearing Sarah Hawkins' name in the Institute's basement.
It makes sense. A powerful family like the Hawkins had the means to hide such a disgrace.
But everyone knows the Fullers have been taking care of the Hawkins for at least a generation. And all were aware of Mrs. Hawkins' fragility.
Perhaps, but no one would allow a psychiatric internment.
From what I read in the file, Fuller used her as a subject of his experiments.
Francis Sanders and Sarah Hawkins, subjects of Dr. Fuller. Why those two?
Dr. Fuller seems to be leaving a trail of corpses. Not to mention those strange machines, chains, and tools of all kind.
Yes, I've been telling you that Fuller uses his patients as guinea pigs.
What I saw was more akin to torture than medicine.
Do you even hear what you're saying? Dr. Fuller is highly respected.
It's the truth, Ethan, and I'll prove it to you. I'm listening, Mr. Pierce.
So she is the voice of reason in this relationship. What they had me.
I have flashbacks. They haunt me.
What did they do to you?
Yes, I
There
do
was
see
that
dead people too.
Dr. Fuller. And a nurse. Blood. Everywhere. My legs. The pain. I couldn't bear it. I was screaming. They injected me with something. I woke up at the Institute. Bradley was there.
And how you scared us. You seemed demented.
You likely woke up during the anesthesia. No wonder those memories haunt you. What in God's name were they doing to you?
What happened afterwards?
When I woke up the second time, I was in a padded cell. That's where you found me, Doctor. After you released me, I got a good look at what's in store for the patients of the Riverside Institute. Hallucinogenic gas pumped into the cells. An infernal machine. Horrific medical experiments.
Impossible. Dr. Fuller would never do such a thing.
You should believe it, Ethan. What Mr. Pierce saw is precisely what I've been trying to prove. Did you discover anything else?
Might be on to it later.
I met a Francis Sanders. Do you know him?
Of course, he's a patient. Or was. I haven't seen him since Dr. Fuller had him transferred to the basement.
He knew Sarah Hawkins, and that's what killed him.
What? How did he die?
I'm not sure I can explain it.
Tell me how Mr. Sanders died.
He called him the
I
Shambler.
didn't see what, but something was there, with us.
Of what do you speak?
Sanders said it was Sarah Hawkins' visitor. He spoke of it like a living being.
Sarah Hawkins? Have I missed something here?
Yes.
This makes no sense. I don't see how it can help crack the Hawkins case.
You really think she's involved? How could she have murdered Mr. Sanders?
Francis Sanders mentioned Mrs. Hawkins just before dying. It's no coincidence.
You know, Francis Sanders was a well-known art collector. I guess you can still pay a visit to his wife, Irene Sanders.
An art collector, you say? That's probably how they met.
If you plan on having dinner at the Sanders household, please spare the widow the tale of her late husband's suffering.
I don't agree. She deserves the truth.
But that truth may be biased. We don't know the bottom of it.
Better to confront the truth.
He's right. We can't ignore the truth.
But it could drive her mad.
Better madness than ignorance. Very well. I'll go to see Francis's widow. Perhaps I'll find a link between her husband's death and Sarah Hawkins.
Don't end up in the hospital this time.
I'll do my best.
Game saved. Let's get crazy.
What can I do for you, sir?
Mrs. Sanders, I'm a private detective. We must talk about your husband and his ties to Sarah Hawkins. Can I come in?
You may. However, before we go any further, please know that my husband died yesterday.
That is precisely what brings me here.
Well, well, look who's here.
Those eyes. Those are creepy eyes. Cap.
You know each other. Our paths crossed, briefly. The brave detective has a talent for sticking his nose into my business.
I bump into her every time I'm investigating someone's death.
It's a small island, detective. My island. It's better that it's you bumping into me. You're investigating Francis' death. Why? Who hired you?
I spoke to Francis before he died. His story suggests a link to a case I'm working on.
Well, since this business has got nothing to do with me, I'll be in your husband's office, Irene. We'll carry on later. Very well, Miss Baker. This way, Mr. Pierce. And do make yourself comfortable. It would seem that you have much to tell me. May I inquire as to when you had the opportunity to talk to my husband?
Yesterday, I met him at the hospital. He spoke to me about Sarah Hawkins.
Oh, of course he spoke to you about her. That's all he talked about. Sarah Hawkins and her paintings. Please forgive my tone. The fact is that I have not been allowed to see him since he was interned. You, on the other hand, a perfect stranger, were able to see him and even talk with him the day he died. How was he? Were you present when he had this attack? What happened?
Ooh, okay. He died screaming right before my eyes. Yes.
He started raving, screaming that a dimensional shambler had found him.
Oh, mercy, that story again. Why have him interned?
That was when he began to convulse and twist with pain. Or terror, it's hard to tell.
I beg your pardon?
I'm not really sure of what I saw, or what I didn't see. But it's best that you weren't there.
I should have been there. What you're telling me is outrageous. I need to understand. How could this happen? In a reputed institute? And right before your eyes? Did you not do anything to help him?
It was me who sent him there. The true culprit is Fuller. I got no eloquence. I am not doing that one. It wasn't... Oh, was it me who sent him there?
With all due respect, Mrs. Sanders, it was you who sent him to this asylum, not me.
How dare you? What was I supposed to do, detective? Upon seeing such a brilliant mind disintegrate in this way, waking with a start every night with him shrieking in horror, petrified before this accursed painting, unable to look away, until he managed to gouge his eyes out with his own hands. I should have listened to Dr. Fuller, let him intern him months ago. If I am to be condemned, it is because I did not act sooner.
I'm not here to condemn you, Mrs. Sanders.
Oh, I'm tired, Mr. Pierce. I would be grateful if you could tell me what you expect of me, and then leave.
Did he speak? Did he speak to you of a shambler?
Did your husband talk to you about Sarah Hawkins' visitor? A shambler, to use his precise terms.
Well, you can imagine that's all he talked about. It's exhibited at the center of the gallery. No better place for the painting that endowed him with the privilege of such a shameful and miserable end to his life.
Hold on. The Shambler is a painting by Sarah Hawkins.
Who else to paint such horrors? Take a look for yourself, if you feel so inclined.
It is my only lead at this stage. I suppose I have nothing to lose.
Then you have paid no heed. For my part, I refuse to set foot in that gallery again. But if you're so eager to see it...
Thank you, Mrs. Sanders. I won't be long.
Alright, I got one more CP. And no, this is one of the... Sanders was somebody at the Institute who was commissioned there for going insane because he gouged his own eyes out. So we're meeting his widow. Aha, medical tome. Okay, let's... There's supposedly a book. Locked. Oh, okay, sorry. No. The corner on that looked like it was... Oh, that's right. That's what I need to find.
The day the Shambler came into the Sanders' lives.
Wow. Okay.
A house of artists. Frances Sanders and Sarah Hawkins were close. Friends, even? A house of artists. Sanders' accession register. He wrote beside the Shambler, "Finally." What did Sarah Hawkins fear so much that she didn't want to sell the painting? He finally won. Was Sanders aware of his imminent doom?
Failure.
He didn't want Sanders to have the painting. She must have felt devastated. Was she jealous of Sarah Hawkins?
Seems like it.
The Shambler. I need to see it.
Not yet. There's gotta be... Here we
Let's
go.
see what this cylinder has to say once it's inserted in a phonograph.
Here we go.
Irene, fear that it might be too late for me. Nobody should enter, except to burn everything. I never had the courage. Pay somebody to do it. He's inside my head. I see him behind my eyelids each time I shut my eyes. I can't take any more. I can't hold him back. Forgive me.
Francis, I should never let them take you away. What have I done? Everything is my fault.
All right. Okay, we're on track for something horrible. Let me talk to Irene here, if I can. Okay. I think I've covered just about everything in this room. Wait a second. This is kind of stuff I want to voice act in.
Irene, I made a mistake. I fear that it might be too late for me. Nobody should enter, except to burn everything. I never had the courage. Pay somebody to do it. He's inside my head. I see him behind my eyelids each time I shut my eyes. I can't take any more. I can't hold him back. Forgive me.
I was like, okay. I think I have the tone right where it's... Wait, no, it's like... creepy.
A strange Amerindian pendant.
An ancient amulet, probably a meridian. I wonder what purpose it could be. Ah, part of the occult. The Well and the Cod. The Well and the Cod, or a brief history of Darkwater by Aaron Greenmouth. It is focused on the past glory of the island.
I could use one of those.
Interesting. Things have escalated. Oh, is this
An old diary.
The Diary of the Pastor's Wife, Volume 3. This volume spends some time on Reverend Wickwood's community. His wife expresses her worries about the strange dreams that the Reverend's congregations are having since their arrival on the island. Some members of the community, her husband included, began to speak of their visions as a messenger sent by God. She is scared that they will suffer the same fate as the lost tribes. Gosh dang it. Yeah, it's the key to the gallery, not anything else. Read the book. Nameless Mysterium, Volume 2. This kind of encyclopedia of monstrous and unknown creatures. I'm beginning to believe that they exist. As we slip more into madness. Yeah! Woo! Got the next stage. And I think the next one is actually going to be later revealed in chapter 10.
That's twice you've stepped on my toes, Detective. Try not to make a habit of it.
No promises.
I've got a lot of bad habits.
Some can be more fatal than others. What have you come looking for in this gallery?
Another painting by Sarah Hawkins.
Another painting by Sarah Hawkins. One connected to the horrors I've discovered on this island.
What a surprise. I'm listening.
And what are you doing here?
And you? What brings you to the Sanders home?
I'm here on business. Irene asked me to liquidate all these paintings. She doesn't intend to hang around here for long.
Why you?
Believe it or not, there aren't many collectors on Darkwater. It needs someone with a network and a means of transport to the mainland. A choice that comes down to Fitzroy and me. And I'm far more pleasant, wouldn't you say? Not now, sweetheart. I'd like to read this without some snoop looking over my shoulder.
But too bad.
Strange. For months, Sarah Hawkins refused to part with her painting, to finally give it away for nothing.
Dear Francis, I beg you to give up all hope of ever owning this accursed painting. If our friendship has any meaning for you, please spare me the weight of guilt. I cannot be the architect of your fall. I beg you, my dear friend, forget the shambler. Your friend, Sarah Hawkins. Alright, I think I've gotten everything I need in this chapter for the insanity. But just so I'm aware. Yeah, the occult. So that's the shambler. Very pretty. The dimensional shambler comes from a dark and inhospitable dimension where the rarity of food sources keeps it in a state of permanent starvation. This is why it is in a constant state of readiness to travel to other dimensions in order to feed on its inhabitants. Make sure you never weaken the veils of your dimension, otherwise you risk attracting this very dangerous creature. Should this happen, you just have to lay eyes upon it for its being to anchor itself in your dimension and to allow it to rip you open with its claws. Extract taken from Nameless Mysterium by Abigail G. Nameless Mysterium. Men will gather the knowledge through the lines dedicated to me by the great old ones, but also in other volumes. The visions that assail me whispers me names and silhouettes of mystical creatures. Soon the Nameless Mysterium, a repository of all anatomical, cosmic, and dimensional knowledge, will be seen as the authoritative works. This book, unholy among the most cursed books, will one day be the final rampart between man and the predator predators that are waiting to devour him, hidden behind the veils of parallel dimensions. Extract taken from Malaise Berserum, Abigail G. Okay, let me see here.
These artifacts date from pre-Columbian times.
I think it will be this one. Good, I got oil. All right.
The man transforms an entire wing of his manor into an art gallery.
That's a kid ripping the head off a duck. Interesting sculpture. Lion and seal, a sphinx. Interesting head. Demonic angel. Well, actually just straight up demonic woman. And more of the kid strangling a duck. Two faces and a lion. Alright, here we go. The Shambler. Yeah. This may take me a couple tries, but I want to do it in one. Do not freak out. Do not freak out. Okay. Oh, okay. I finally got to rank 3. Okay. Here we go. 4. Psychology or spot hidden. Psychology or spot hidden. Occultism. Okay. Yeah, I'll save the one.
What the hell was that?
Oh shoot, that's right. That's the way he responds is if you look at him. I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. I'm dead. I am dead, 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 I am dead. I'm dead. That's it. I'm just straight up dead. I'm straight up dead. Yep, I'm gonna die. I'm just straight up gonna die. Because the thing is not moving. Oh, since he's not moving, I'm gonna move.
Damn. Maybe I can use this dagger.
Yep, there he is. Two, one. Okay, so I'm out of the corner of my eye. He's going into that other room. Let's see if I got it. See if I got it. Nope.
Damn it. This dagger didn't work.
Oh, I'm dead. I'm just straight up dead. Yep. I'm dead. I'm just dead. Yep. Yep. Is the dead. Last checkpoint. Okay, I'm just gonna skip this. Because I believe it's actually in the first room.
What the hell was that?
Because I believe...
Maybe I can use this dagger.
In, hide. Nope. He saw me. But I think I got the right dagger. Okay. Alright.
What the hell was that?
Because, yeah, as I said in the guide, if you look at him, because there are just so many daggers.
Maybe I can use this dagger.
Get in. Okay. I think I timed it right that time. Yep, there he is. Oh, nope. This scares me. Oh, I saw the feet. Okay. Oh, nope, nope. I do not like this. Screw it, running. Let's just stab it. Let's just stab it. Ah, it's not that one.
Damn it.
Alright, well, I'm just gonna immediately assume that I'm gonna die here. So it's gonna be easier just to restart from the beginning. I'm gonna calm my heartbeat. Whew. I think it's me on edge. Okay, so it's not those two knives. Okay. Thing gets my heart beating up so much. Okay. Okay. Last checkpoint. Just cause I know I'm gonna die. Like that's not a question. That's a statement.
What the hell was that?
Don't think it's that one. Not that one. Don't think it's that one. I think it's this one.
This dagger looks different.
2-1. There's the shambler. Okay. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. I was gonna say, shambler buddy, you seem stuck. Why are you coming out that way? 3, 2, 1. Running to the painting to stab it. Yeah! Got it. Stab him in the face! Just stab him! the heck?
What's the matter with you?
Oh, that was in his mind!
You sure you won't be needing that hand? You're losing it, Detective. At this rate, you're right. The bottle will get you before I do.
You didn't see anything.
I saw you within an inch of putting a dagger through your forearm. Did I miss something more interesting?
Aha! I'm a professional now! Aha!
Sanders was right. This painting is cursed.
What are you talking about?
I was attacked by a creature. I pushed it back, I think.
I think so too.
Jeez. You knew about this monster?
You knew. You knew about the beast.
What are you talking about? Think yourself lucky that I saved your hand, even if it was to save my goods.
You mean me?
Don't flatter yourself, sweetheart. I'm talking about the contents of this gallery. And by the way, where do you think you're going with that dagger?
It saved my life. It's an extraordinary dagger.
You should talk to Algernon Drake. He's an antique dealer here on Darkwater. He'll tell you all about it. From what I saw in the ledgers, it was him who sold it to Sanders.
And you give me this information free of charge?
It's not your style to give me free information like that.
Take it as payment for being my canary. A simple trade-off. Now go see your antique seller. I've still got things to settle with Irene.
Okay, we're in chapter 7. Oh, good criminy. Yeah, no, that what we just witnessed was the effect the Shambler has on the mind. Oh my gosh. That gets my heart going. Chapter 7, The Nameless Bookstore. I think to me is the scariest part of this entire game. The rest of it's pretty smooth sailing. That is the scariest part, is that Shambler incident.
Where's the bookseller? Freud's The Interpretation of Dreams. It's the work that laid the foundations of psychoanalysis at the beginning of this century.
Hey, I think I know someone who might enjoy this. This practical work went by Sigmund Freud for psychologists to describe the technique of analytical interpretation of dreams. The analysis must follow several rules, especially that of free association, a principle announced by Freud at the end of the 19th century. It treats dreams as a way of revealing buried desires. I cannot believe that this theory is applicable to my nightmares. No. We are good with a simple lighter.
An old diary.
Ah, Diary of the Pastor's Wife, Volume 4. The pastor declared himself to be the prophet. He renounced God and worshipped a strange pagan entity with a monstrous appearance. His wife tried to reason with her husband, but in vain. He was convinced that he must listen to the voice in his head because it holds the truth. Yep. Human anatomy. Oh, that's oil. History of Darkwater, Volume 4. In the 19th century, as the American whaling industry reached its peak in the rest of the world, whales gradually disappeared from the water surrounding Darkwater. This phenomenon appears even more mysterious because up till then, the region was a favored refuge for citizens. In 1847, after months of pursuit, Scylla returns in port with a gigantic creature on board. Its crew asserts that the sea monster had eaten all the disappeared whales. After a night of ferocious combat, the survivors managed to drag the beast onto the whaling ship. So I'm believing that the Great Catch was one of like Cthulhu's monsters. Breviary of Medicine, Tome 3. Even a few years back, it was possible for a single practitioner to know all about medical knowledge of his time. This book, which concludes the series, shows that this is now virtually impossible. About 10 renowned doctors took part in putting together this collection.
The Book of Zion is the foundational work behind Helena Blavatsky's Theosophical movement. Its followers place truth on the same footing as a religion.
Excuse me. These Tibetan writings are at the origin of the esoteric movement founded by Helena Blavatsky at the end of the 19th century. The creator of Theosophy would have drawn extensively on the text of this work, but no one has ever been able to consult them. I thought they didn't exist. This book, discovered in the Nameless bookstore in Darkwater, could be as much a fake as irrefutable proof of Blavatsky's sincerity. Handbook on Anatomy and Dissection, Book 2. As precise and illustrated with as much detail as the first volume, this book focuses on healing surgery specific for malformation and motor disorders. Yeah. Would you read the book? Why, yes.
What does this strange book contain? This book contains unholy knowledge.
Aha! Found the book. Which, yeah, needed this for the next step of insanity. This collection catalogs and classifies creatures that I have never heard of. Divinities from the stars, creatures capable of traveling from one dimension to another. It presents itself as the reference work on the bestiary of the myth, without giving details on the mythology to which it refers. Its pages are covered with phantasmagorical illustrations. Actually, to which I want to... Aha! I have 2 points! I have 2 points I can do. Which, actually, there... Or, yeah, that bring it down to 4. That bring it down to 4. Oh, wait. There we go. Investigations at 4. And... yeah, cultism, professional. Medicine, not... we're amateur, professional, expert, amateur. We're professionals in just about everything other than medicine. So let's start work. Well, I'm amateur in eloquence. I'm fine with that. I'm going to stay an amateur. I'm not here to lead a cult. I'm here to join. I'm sorry. That's bad. So let's actually start working on psychology. Let's get expert in psychology next.
What happened here?
Inspect the bookstore.
Let's start over. Where did they break in from? Blood. Seemed like amateur work.
So they broke in through there. Across.
To whom does this footprint belong?
Medicine.
No sign of struggle. If the burglar smashed this jar, it wasn't intentionally.
It was an
Was he
accident.
hurt then? What happened that made the burglar flee before finishing his work?
Occultism.
What the? Charles Hawkins?
Oh, okay, okay, makes sense.
What sort of power did Sarah Hawkins' painting possess?
Dark magic. The Necronomicon.
Sarah Hawkins helped hide something in this safe. What killed all these animals?
The book did.
Drake put in a great deal of effort to hide whatever is in here. Everything is linked to the Sarah Hawkins case.
Okay, first off,
Drake left instructions on how to find the combination of his safe.
alright, let's get ready. A page seems to be hidden here. It is possible to read. If someone finds that these memoirs, there will be no doubt I am in serious trouble. My last and only hope is that my body and bones are still in this plane of reality, in order that they be recovered and burned. The funeral urn must be given to my dearest mother if she is still of this world. The following message is the capital importance. Whoever reads these lines and demonstrates acute equity as sharp as mine can hope to gain access to my most precious possessions. It lies within my safe, and the clues to the combination are to be found in 3 cylinders, each hidden where life and study combine in the Greek world. Each cylinder is numbered, Each cylinder is numbered, even if, as the celebrated author says, order is the pleasure of reason, but disorder is the delight of the imagination. Indeed, despite my preference for organized chaos, I must admit the reason usually prevails in the end. If by chance a person, or should I say a genius, was to match my intellect and find the combination of the safe, I would ask that they deliver its contents into the safekeeping of my friend and colleague, Professor Armitage, at Miskatonic University. The content of the safe is not only a vast digest of knowledge, but also a weapon that is far too dangerous for it to fall into the wrong hands. I hope that you will be able to appreciate the danger that this represents, and that you will act accordingly. In any event, I will neither be there to guide you nor to suffer from your actions. First off, Handbook on Anatomy and Dissection, Book 1. The least that can be said about this book is that its title is well conceived. The illustrations of human anatomy and dissection methods presented are illustrated in great detail. You have to have a strong heart or the detachment proper to doctors to consult the pages.
What a strange amulet. I have a feeling I'd better not touch it.
Strange amulet The pendant is in the shape of a large dog. I don't know what it represents. I might find out more by searching the bookstore. Interesting. I progressed more in the occult. Huzzah.
Is everyone on this island taking sleeping pills?
Basically, yeah.
What link did he find between Charles Hawkins and an old amulet?
Oh. Key of Rayla file. Woo! Gotta love the key to Rayla. Okay. This key that bears the Elder Sign is the only one able to protect your psyche. It is in the form of a cylindrical medallion hanging at the end of a heavy chain. Very spooky. Hanging at the end of a heavy chain. Hundreds of years ago, the star and the branch whose purpose is to push back the forces of the Great Old Ones were engraved at its center. Everything points it to it being Charles Hawkins that tore it from its last owner. An Egyptian antique dealer and press cutting that mentioned the misdemeanor that the date of the robbery coincides with the last Hawkins trip to Cairo. It remains to be seen whether he knows of the true purpose of the artifact. Try to find it. Oh, dang.
Arkham editions. Never heard of him.
Oh, I got a lot of rating here. Okay. A collection of poems by Edward Pickman Derby, also known as the Nightmare Lyric. This collection of poems was essentially received when first published in 1908. Derby was only 18 years old. This volume is part of the Arkham Anthology, a luxurious collection of treatises and works on exorcism and the supernatural. Esotericism, I think.
How many volumes are there in this collection?
Volume 7. A book of esoteric philosophy and a key text in Madame Blavatsky's Theosophical Movement, written by Helena Petrovna Blavatsky. This volume is part of the Arkham Anthology. Okay.
Another volume by Arkham Editions.
Volume 6. A book of spells, supposedly written by legendary King Solomon. It contains various rituals of invocation and rituals of curse. Reedition by Claudia D. Waits, based on L.W. Lawrence's original. This volume is part of the Arkham Anthology. Yep, okay.
Arkham Editions. Never heard of him.
Number 8. Opera in 8 Acts by... Yeah, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. An infamous lyrical work published in Italy in 1768. It is said that the opera was performed only once, resulting in an audience riot that left several dead and missing. That sounds awfully familiar.
How many volumes are there in this collection?
A collection of long-term astrological predictions written in verse, and by Nostradamus, translated by E. Leon and Tuffus Whitebridge.
Another volume by Arkham Editions.
An ancient Frisian manuscript translated by William R. Sambach. The text claims that in the distant past, Europe and other continents were controlled by the mothers of this people, and moreover that our alphabet is derived from the Frisian language.
Arkham Editions. Never heard of him.
Volume 3. A collection of essays on American folklore and urban legends written by Albert Wilmarth, professor of Miskatonic University.
How many volumes are there in this collection?
Volume 2. This collection of texts of different beliefs was written by the legendary philosopher. It includes a translation of the Emerald Tablet, a popular text 16th century alchemists.
Another volume by Arkham Editions.
Yep, I read that one. Oh my gosh, there's just so many Arkham editions. Like, that entire section is nothing about Arkham editions.
Cylinders that Drake tried to hide. I should perhaps listen to them.
History of Darkwater, Volume 2. A Puritan colony led by Reverend John Wickwood settled on the island during the 17th century. They named the island Darkwater because of the dark shades of the sea. They believed it was because of the peculiar color of the rocks surrounding the island. They erected the first buildings, among which were the Hawkins Manor, the church and the cemetery. The rare documents and handwritten notes they left spoke of nightmares and deviant behaviors. They disappeared at the beginning of the 18th century.
Kind of chalice.
This goblet seems to be very ancient. It seems to be made of gold and decorated with real precious stones. Do the rubies and sapphires make up a specific motif? Interesting. Oh, here we go. Cylinder 1.
And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets.
Wait.
And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets.
The chalice of knowledge.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'll go from the crack right here because that's very noticeable. So on the right side, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so it is 5. Okay.
I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny.
Wait.
I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall
3.
refuse to be the playthings of destiny.
3.
Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them.
Maybe 9? I think that's going to be an obvious one. Oh, wait. 9. 1 second here. Yeah, okay, I discovered everything in here. Got it. Whoa. Chapter 8.
Dr. Colden, this man's condition is deteriorating.
What says Dr. Fuller? It's his patient, after all.
He's busy with Captain Fitzroy. He specifically asked us not to bother him when that's the case.
Oh, of course. I'll see what I can do. Mr. Blake, can you hear me? I'm Dr. Colden. We'll take care of you.
There's nothing we can do. I tried talking to him. He's catatonic.
Very well. I'll examine him. Severe malnutrition. Swollen abdomen with traces of petechia. Doesn't seem like an edema. Slight protuberances seem to indicate the presence of a foreign body.
He's possessed!
30-year-old subject. Severe hypothermia. Erythematous papules around the eyes and eardrums. Necrosed palpebral tissue. Lord, this smell. His skin shows abnormal loss of color and seems dried out. He's totally dehydrated. His fingertips and toes seem to feature a slight ring under the skin. Tender at the touch. Slightly sticky.
So, Doctor, an opinion?
I'm not sure I have the necessary knowledge to treat this man.
Don't say that. You're our most worthy doctor after Dr. Fuller.
Some of his symptoms are beyond my comprehension.
What did you find?
There's something in his belly.
Did you examine his abdomen? It would seem there's something inside.
He hasn't eaten in days. Are you certain it's not an edema?
No. Can't you recognize an edema? Pushing with your finger won't leave a trace. And look at these bumps.
It's not like he could be pregnant.
Whatever it is, this man has something inside him that shouldn't be there. We should operate on him at once.
Dr. Fuller said not to worry, that the edema would go away by itself.
It's not an edema.
No, I'm not sure Dr. Fuller is telling the truth.
The state of his limbs is
In
worrisome.
spite of the muscle contractions, his arms seem limp.
Yes. They can't have decalcified, not at this rate.
And yet, if there is a bone in this arm, it's softer than that of a newborn baby. What about his cranium?
It's soft at the touch. It does seem like the skull of a baby.
Look at these sticky rings growing at his fingertips. What can be happening?
I'm sure you'll find an explanation. You have to.
It's like his body is mutating to become that of like an octopus. The rings on his fingers, it's the suction cups. He's severely dehydrated.
I see signs of hypodermoclysis, but he's still dehydrated. When was his last IV?
He's constantly under perfusion. I've even gone beyond the recommended dose to no avail. And you won't believe me, but when we bathed him earlier...
He seemed to feel better?
Yes. Like he needs an aquarium, not a perfusion. But that doesn't explain his condition.
So he is turning into a fish.
I almost don't believe it myself, but these symptoms are not those usually associated with the human species.
What do you mean? Don't tell me you believe in extraterrestrials.
No. This poor man is from our world, all right. But his body is undergoing unnatural mutations. And this transformation is killing him. His body simply can't cope.
Where could he have gotten such an infection?
I pray that it's not here.
Dr. Colden, may I know what you're doing to my patient?
What I'm doing? How about what you've done to him?
Let us calm down, my dear Marie. I don't appreciate your tone, nor your insinuations. I've done to him what I do to all my patients. Provide him with the best available care.
Your
really?
imagination is without limit. It's your homemade drug again, is it not? Those people are not your guinea pigs.
There.
Not with
What
that attitude.
have you seen to put you in such a state?
The symptoms are worrisome.
These are alarming symptoms. If we don't act, he'll die.
Do you believe that? I'm not as convinced, you see. I even think this man has a strong chance of completely healing from his ailments.
No, Doctor. This patient isn't himself anymore. He's dying.
Really? What do you mean by isn't himself?
He's changing. His physical characteristics, they are more animal than human now.
Fascinating. An animal, you say? Could you be more precise? Cephalopod, perhaps?
This amuses you.
Your reaction does. I know your thirst for knowledge, Doctor. It's your innocent worries for this man that have you overreacting.
For this man, and the others whose medical files you've been hiding.
I have to protect my discovery. These people owe me their life, but the world isn't ready yet. It will be, in time.
I will not let you do this.
You disappoint me, Marie, but I still have hope you'll one day share my point of view. In the meantime, take care of your own patients and try not to forget who you're dealing with.
Was that a threat? What did he mean?
It was a warning. Dr. Fuller is this institution's founder and one of our profession's most influential voices. My word is of no weight against his. If I continue to protest, I will only ruin my reputation and career.
It's scandalous. Can't we do anything? Is there no evidence of his crimes?
Hidden files are proof.
Oh, that evidence exists. I'm sure of it. I need to find the missing medical files.
And where would you find those? In his office? What if you get caught?
I'd rather not think about that. I'm counting on your discretion.
Of course, Doctor. You can count on me. I'll keep Mum.
Alright, finally I can move around.
Chronic insomnia. Like half the island.
Mission Pierce. Pierce. I can't access Pierce, but I can access Dark Water. Places. Nameless Bookstore, the Occult, the Helm, and the Dagger.
Doctor, please. My chest.
His diffusion of a semi-physiological solution doesn't seem to work. He's undergoing a ventricular fibrillation. Nurse? Deborah, come and help me, please. His potassium level is too high. Replace it with 2% glucose solution with insulin, calcium, and sodium bicarbonate.
I'll tend to it right away.
Thank you. He's in your hands.
He's asleep. Nice toasty fire.
Mrs. Sanders? Oh, God! Could this have been avoided?
Irene Sanders. Autopsy report on Irene Sanders. The autopsy was done by Dr. Fuller. He describes a wound on the right side of the head due to a shot at point-blank range and comes to the conclusion that it was a suicide. Oh, great. I hate it. So she tried to kill herself.
She recently came back from the surgical block. She's stable. Given her file, a nephrectomy would have been inevitable. But Fuller was able to save her kidney.
Because he spliced it with Cthulhu DNA.
What is the boiler room key doing here? The key to the boiler room. Not where I expected to find it. The key to the boiler room.
Not that I can
Not
take
where I
it.
expected to find it.
Dr. Colden, here you are at last. This patient was again brought up to the psychiatric wing. We've been following the treatment you prescribed, but the dysgeusia persists and he's lost a great deal of weight. We haven't been able to move him. The stress makes him hyperallergic.
Sir, I am going to examine you. Do you understand? Inject him with a dose of pentobarbital, intramuscular, so that I can conduct the clinical examination. He bit his lips so much, they're still bleeding.
Yeah.
White froth, evidently because of such drooling.
Up, hands.
His binds left bloody wounds.
So, Doctor, what should we do with this patient?
Right now, keep taking care of his wounds.
You did good work. The tranquilizer is kicked in. Now you can disinfect and bandage his wounds.
Thank you, Doctor. And as to his weight loss?
I'll prescribe an antifungal treatment for his dysgeusia. In the meantime, feed him
Dysgeusia.
intravenously.
It'll be done.
Dysgeusia. That's a fun word. Okay. One sec.
Gentlemen, may I help you?
We're waiting on news regarding our mother, Maureen Harding. She came in with a kidney problem, but we haven't heard anything since.
Oh, okay. I saw her.
I've
She's fine.
tended to her, and I have good news. Her blood analysis is reassuring. Her kidneys are as new.
Are you talking about the same person? This is miraculous.
She's still recovering, but you may speak to her upon her awakening.
Oh, thank you so much, Doctor. We'll wait for her to wake up. We've been here since this morning, so it won't make a difference.
Hippocratic Oath.
Patients and hospital personnel eat the same food.
Talk about equal treatment.
Watch out for the water, Doctor.
No, you're pulling my leg. I'm not joking. I saw the schedule. She's alone in the bathroom again. And she still says nothing to that old witch, Donovan?
Listen to the way you talk, you naughty girl. And the answer is no. You can imagine that she doesn't dare say a thing. That silly goose lets herself be trodden up.
Medicines and Secret Sciences. Nurse. Okay. This is a very interesting book aimed at a wide public demonstration on how non-recognized sciences have influenced modern medicine. Magnetism, grandmother's secrets, Chinese acupuncture, hypnosis, herbal medicine, alchemy, and many others have contributed to a certain extent to the enrichment of medicine at the beginning of the century.
Oh, well. At least we won't have to clean for a while.
And just wait and see the next time the water's cut off. It's a real show.
up. And I'm the one who pays. What a pest. It's so unfair. Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag.
Elizabeth? You all right? Why is this room in such a state?
Because, as always, I'm cleaning it by myself. And the water was once again shut off this morning. I had to bother Mrs. Donovan again, giving her a new excuse to belittle me.
Aww. I go through her.
Do you really need Mrs. Donovan to open a valve? Why not ask the janitor?
I can't make these decisions without her approval. Imagine if there were a leak. Anyhow, the boiler room is locked half the time. So every time the water gets shut off, I have to go and endure her reproach until she's settled the problem.
I see. Courage, Elizabeth.
Thank you, Doctor.
I can't shut this with my bare hands. I need a tool.
Yeah, I need like a wrench or something. I go see Bradley for a sec. Or go in here. There it is. Please shut the door. There we go. Okay, got the monkey wrench.
I feel guilty about Elizabeth, but I need the diversion. It's temperamental, if I understand correctly.
The Reference Book of Medical Sciences. Like a dictionary, this work references in alphabetical order all the medical sciences known and practiced in the modern world. For each of the entries, the major work of the names of the reference authorities are listed.
Dr. Colden, might there be a problem with the water?
I was about to mention it. It seems it's been cut off yet again.
I can't take this, Marie. I feel I'm gonna burst.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's not your fault if we have defective plumbing.
And yet, I'm the one who gets punished because I'm gonna have to square off with that annoying old witch. Courage, Elizabeth. Here we go. And hold your tongue this time.
At last. The missing files must be hidden here.
I'm trying to search. Oh, here we go.
The Stendhal syndrome. Of course. This is where Fuller found his diagnosis for Francis Sanders.
They study Stendhal syndrome, a particularly rare mental illness. Subject display mental disorders linked to an exposure to works of art.
Something is wrong with these masts. It's some sort of puzzle. I've unlocked something. Patient files. I was right.
Sarah Hawkins interview. The cylinder was sent in Fuller's office. Yada yada yada. He recorded his thoughts about one of the psychanalysis sessions he submitted to Sarah Hawkins too.
Conclusions. Session number 17. Patient? Sarah Hawkins.
This finger belonged to a woman. Why keep it here?
The illusory nature of what she calls the mythos. It goes without saying that these peculiar delusions are the price that comes with her exceptional gifts.
Why does Dr. Fuller write psychological reports about Sarah Hawkins?
At first, I presumed that her blood was the key. But I found nothing to explain Mrs. Hawkins' abilities.
Why is Ethan on medication?
Yeah, we got the answer to that.
The poor souls downstairs are not Fuller's only subjects.
Then James came, irate that Charles was keeping secrets from him. I presume that he will try to break into the basement sooner or later. I am prepared.
Hawkins, Fitzroy, and Fuller. What is the connection between these three?
It is fortunate that I had the presence of mind to set the morgue in the basement. When all the fuss about the Hawkins incident finally comes to an end, I will dispose of her belongings. In the meantime, they must remain hidden in plain sight.
Of course. Sarah Hawkins is the connection.
Yep. So obvious.
I must go back to the basement.
Have a bad.
I should go another way.
Actually, wait. You do this. There we go. It was when I found it. Not gonna be good. So creepy. Why bury those that have psychological breakthroughs, not breakthroughs, breakdowns, in something dark? I would think put them up on the as close to the light as possible.
Ah, now that's the Marie that I know. I knew I could count on your scientific curiosity. It's time to show you what you were so eager to discover.
Ah! He just stabs her with the needle, just pew.
If you're gonna shoot me, at least have the decency to look me in the eyes.
Turn around. Slowly. Talk, filthy thief! Or I swear I'll shoot!
Take a minute to look around. Everything points to Charles Hawkins.
He's dead!
No. He was here for a very specific item.
Oh, no.
The book. Why was it in the safe?
Have you read it?
Answer the question.
How foolish of you. Now you won't be able to escape his will. What did it show you?
Had to be a master? What? Marie Colden was
She
there.
went into Fuller's office. She was looking for Sarah Hawkins' corpse.
Sarah Hawkins, you say? Let's go back to the start, shall we? Whose life did the Necronomicon choose to show you?
Necronomicon.
Dr. Colden. She was at the Riverside Institute. She's in danger. I have to go.
Wait. No one knows the occult better than me. You might need my help.
Sure.
All right. All right. I might need you after all.
Perfect. Let's meet later at the Hawkins mansion. Now go. Rescue the doctor.
Thank you, Drake.
Where did he get a car? Chapter 9. Back to the Riverside Institute. I believe this section is where a lot of stuff is important for sanity.
I pray that Colden is really here and alive.
Come on. Diary of the Pastor's Wife, Volume 1. The Diary of Reverend Wickwood's wife, her husband John, built the first Hawkins home called Hilltop at the end of the 17th century. They were among the first white colonists of the island. The previous inhabitants disappeared mysteriously 3 centuries earlier.
An old diary. How old is Fuller, really? What the... Fuller, too?
What's with everybody in this sleeping pills?
The Scylla is here. Like in the vision. Colden came this way.
Yeah, I got the book.
Right. Enough time wasted. Colden needs me. I must find her.
Moreover, I don't know who he was opening up, but he seemed quite enthusiastic. I'd like to be on that table.
You know what? I'm gonna hit the men's room real quick. Nope, they didn't even get the water back on. Shoot. She needs to do her job. Actually, I'm curious. Here's skills. Oh, I got 4. Woohoo! I'm almost a master. I'm almost an expert in psychology. Oh, okay. Never mind. Don't go that way. Jeez.
No!
The Shambler!
Oh. My God. What is happening to me? What was that? It's as if I'd been transported somewhere else.
Oh, wait. I'm going into madness! Like, this isn't... Brick wall, brick wall. I can't be going through there. Oh!
What happened? Something has changed, but what?
Oh, okay, okay. It's been protected. Yep, okay. You. This is quite the conundrum. Oh, wait. I think I have to keep the door open. And then I can swap over. Yeah!
Awaken and free me.
What if I want to say no? Because I'm beginning to have doubts. I'm just looking for a book, okay? I do not like that sound. That is a spooky sound. Oh, okay. Here we go. Here we go. Oh. It looks like I'm trapped here. Yep, I'm gonna die. Yep. I'm gonna die in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so this end of it goes like that, and this leads me into here. Ah, okay.
Destiny. It has trapped you.
Anders? Actually, one sec. Where is it leading me to go? I think it wants me in the bathroom? Hello, Shambler. Well, now I can roam a little bit. Okay, let's see here. Ah, I think I need to go in this way and head down that way. And I now... Yes, I can. I can go down this way. Okay, but that's all that there's here. Okay. Whew. Oh wait, I do need to go in through here. Oh. There's that.
You are confronting powers that surpass you.
Yes, yes I am. Ugh. Okay, running back. This is just a big giant game with the lantern. Now that's been refueled. Whoa, that's gotta be. Son of a lich. That got me good. Oh, wait. Game saved.
It looks like things are back to normal.
Hate the Shambler so much. Wait, what? Nope.
What's going on? It never ends. Damnation. That's me.
Whoa.
I gotta get out.
This claustrophobia's kicking in. Okay. This game is a trip, man.
Pierce, I found her. I finally know what's going on. You must live and find the truth. It is already too late for me.
Colden? What's going on? Was it a hallucination?
This entire game is a hallucination. Actually, I'm curious. I can't check.
Please take a seat and be quiet, Mr. Pierce. I'll be with you in a moment.
Stop whatever the hell you're doing and turn around now.
Yeah.
No, it can't be.
No! You son of a bitch! What did you do to her?
I wish I could have done more experiments on you, Mr. Pierce.
I said, what did you do to her?
You shouldn't be sorry for your friend. You should envy her.
Murderer! This madness must stop!
Colden?
Colden?
Can't even access menus. darkness, my old friend. I'm not even doing anything.
What did they do to you? Can you speak?
Toy soldier. Toy soldier of your boy.
Sarah.
Sarah Hawkins is alive.
He gave him the gold and I the azure. I don't see him very often anymore. The green is stronger.
Are you feeling ill?
I'm here, but no.
Let's get you out of here.
It comes in my dreams. Our minds melt like colors on a palette.
Come with me.
It's of the oldest green. Violent living, vibrant. The sea green, maybe. No.
Mrs. Hawkins, we must go before someone finds out.
Oh, but he will. He always knows these things when it's about me.
I have seen the same color. It was not as vivid as you said.
A pale copy. A discarded spawn.
Do you know what it was? Tell me.
I can't. We should not call his name. Terrible consequences.
All right. Come with me.
He will know. He will find us.
One more reason to hurry.
Have I seen you before?
Can you walk?
Maybe.
Then let's go before your husband finds us. It was in your studio.
What?
You painted me. That's where you saw me.
Of course.
Okay, where the heck is this book?
You mean the guards?
This way. Follow me.
What the?
Oh no.
Hey!
Okay, so I'm supposed to run from them. Okay.
It was in your studio.
What?
You painted me. That's where you saw me.
Okay, I got 2 points available. Psychology expert. Yes, I probably should start pouring in some into eloquence. Or I'm just gonna do spot hidden. Oh, that went way far down. My sanity is currently shaken. Our priestess sanity is growing dangerously weaker. His increased sensitivity to the occult opens new ways for him. On rare occasions, he is now able to unearth hidden truths when he speaks to the inhabitants of the island. As with everything connected with the myth, using it comes at a cost. I got the trapped in madness. Oh, there's gonna be some more. Hey, caramba.
You mean the guards?
This way. Follow me.
Seriously, where the heck is this book?
What the?
Oh no.
This way.
Yeah. I got this. Okay.
Don't get far.
Wait. The machine. It's the green. The decaying one.
The gas.
Nurgle!
It's not good for living beings.
We don't have time for that.
I am not moving until the wrong is set right.
Damn it.
I'd be better off finding a tool.
Your tool.
Perfect.
Fire poker? Yeah, because he's able to poke through, like,
That should do it.
thick steel. Charles.
I'm your puppet no more, you bastard!
You're my wife. You owe me obedience.
That's not how this works.
Leave her alone. We're leaving this crazy island.
You are going nowhere. Don't get between me and my wife.
Yeah, where's that fire poker you had?
Nobody tells me what to do with my wife. How dare you?
Didn't you have a gun?
No! Why should I let you take her away when I could snap your neck?
All you did for her safety was throwing her in this rat hole.
I hid her well enough.
You let Fuller play with her.
Stop. I did everything I could to protect her. But her identity, her power, is what threatens her.
What?
Sarah has seen things, has made things you can't even begin to imagine.
I don't know. Go for
Would
your
you
imagination.
still save her if I told you that she is even more dangerous than I am? Sarah condemned Francis Saunders the moment she offered him the Wanderer. Sarah has been in the presence of the myth for too long. Even if she were to leave Darkwater, she would still hear his call. And the cult will always be here, waiting for her.
Then we get rid of its members.
You are out of your league, detective. They control the whole island. She will finally surrender to his power, and the world will fall with her.
Don't!
No one can escape the wheel of destiny, they say. But I will change it. I will save Sarah.
Oh, that should kill Charles. Then again, he's been shot. And he killed the abomination. Well, now Charles is dead for real in the fire. Chapter 9, Hawkins Mansion. Okay.
No parent should have to bury their child, knowing it's me that put him there. The guilt will never go away.
I feel your pain.
I'll do anything to get him back. Anything. My work was what lured me here in the first place. It began showing me things I never should have painted. Things Charles should never have seen.
What am I to you? I took care of you, saved you from your miserable life. You'll never find a man better than me. You owe me.
I owe you nothing. We'll leave now.
You're not going anywhere. You are mine.
This dude is on fire.
It's over now.
Yeah, the great catch was a giant octopus monster. And I got 2 more CP I can use for spot hidden. I'm almost there. I need 3 more. Where the heck is the book? And search all the bookshelves. Because there is another bestiary, I believe, that draws even more that also will drive insanity. But I know one thing for certain. Not gonna talk to them yet.
Was Sarah Hawkins telling the truth? What kind of ritual was she preparing? Was the painting of the Shambler displayed here? Mrs. Hawkins never told me why she was in possession of the Necronomicon. How did she survive her encounter with the Shambler? Knowing Mrs. Hawkins, I bet she was willing to fight.
Oh, there it is.
Charles Hawkins was ready to do anything to protect his wife.
No, not much is supposed to have changed, but... Come on, I know there's gotta be one more. Because, let's see here. Let's go to sanity. Oh! I'm psychotic! I'm missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm missing 6. I'm psychotic right now. Okay. Yeah, seriously, I'm not seeing any other. Oh, looks like they have cleaned up the house a little bit.
I'd be better off if I went to see the others.
Will you, though? Would you really? Come on. Yeah, I'm relooking across the entire house since now I have full access to it, I think. Cave-in.
Damn it. The entrance to the tunnel has been buried following the cave-in. But at least I didn't dream it.
Yeah. I guess that really is all there is to it. Gosh dang. Okay, guess I'll go on the main floor and look. Nope, we're not drinking. Nope, not yet. Not until I find this blasted book, if it's here. Oh, Bradley.
How are you, Bradley?
Ah, it's you, Pierce. I'm just worried about Marie. I mean, Dr. Colden. Have you had any news?
Oh, buddy, I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry, Bradley. I could do nothing to save her.
What do you mean? What happened?
I'm not sure what happened, but I found her body in the cellars of Riverside.
You sure that you've got nothing to do with it? If she hadn't tried to help you, she might still be alive.
I'm sorry. Truly.
It's that slug, Fuller. I swear I'll shoot him. What do you say, Pierce? Are you with me?
Have no fear, Bradley. Dr. Fuller will not escape the clutches of destiny for long. Sooner or later, he will be judged for what he has done. You just need to have faith.
What are you talking about? What's this story of destiny? No, I'm sorry. I'm not going to wait for some mystical intervention. I'll take care of him. Myself.
We must do something for those who are still alive, Bradley. Sarah is still in danger as long as the cult is active. We need to see this through, otherwise Marie's death will have been in vain.
You're, the voice of reason, Pierce. As always.
I missed 1 point for insanity. Well, we'll still continue on, but I missed the last book. It was hidden inside Fuller's office when you first get there, I believe. So I'll have everything but
Mr.
one.
Pierce, we were waiting for you.
Good. Sarah doesn't have much time.
What are you doing here?
Did you think I would let you confront the occult without supervision?
This is too dangerous for a bookworm like you.
Algernon, I need to talk to Mr. Pierce.
Very well, Sarah. I will be in Charles.
One sec, action cue. Nope. Choosing game.
You seem different.
Yes. When I woke up this morning, my mind was sharper. Cleaner. I can still hear the voice calling me. It is so strong, so ancient, enticing, dangerous. I may never be able to escape his grip, but for now I can keep it at bay. I know what I owe you, Mr. Pierce, but I can't come back to Boston with you.
There's a cult on
I
Darkwater.
saw everything. The tunnels under your house, the rituals, the secret society. I must get you out of its reach.
I know how dangerous they can be to me. But first, there's the Wanderer. I must find it and kill it. I am the only one who can end its slaughter.
No. No, you will come with me to Boston.
I owe you no obedience.
This isn't about what you want or don't want to do. You would risk destroying the world just because you can't face the consequences of your actions.
I am willing to atone for my sins.
No. You're just trying to erase all proof of the mistakes you've made.
I know what I have done. I will not rest until the creature is sent back to its dimension.
You can't give up, even knowing the stakes.
Yes, thank you.
Still, I won't let you go.
What?
You will stay here until I find a safe way to return to Boston.
That's ridiculous. Listen, Algernon knows of a way to protect me. Help him find what he seeks, and we may all survive this battle.
All right. I'll help you.
Where is Algernon? Algie, where are you? Maybe he's up in a different corner? Nope. Where the heck did Algernon go? Come on, Drake.
Seeing you again. Ah, it's you. I'm here for her, not you.
I don't care why you're here. Your usefulness is the only thing that matters. How do we protect Mrs. Hawkins from the influence of the forces that claim her?
By following Charles Hawkins, that imbecile of a thief, of course.
What do you mean?
He found something. An amulet. The symbol engraved on it could protect Sarah.
Could?
We are dealing with forces that by far surpass what your intellect can process. Feel free to ask me any question regarding the matters that exceed your grasp.
What is the true nature of the Necronomicon?
I see that you are interested in my precious book. It is the definitive book of knowledge of the occult, Mr. Pierce, written by Abdul al-Hazred. It is the answer to many a question.
That is why it's so highly valued.
Yes, and even though it is a copy, given to me as a gift by Professor Armitage of Miskatonic University, the work remains very powerful.
I understand better why you keep it in a safe.
The dimensional...
This creature, the Shambler, what is it?
It is a hunter. It travels from one dimension to another to hunt down its prey.
Francis Sanders was one of its victims. How could a creature like that end up in one of Mrs. Hawkins' paintings?
Sarah has an uncommon gift. a connection with entities that live beyond our reality. I doubt that she was aware at the time, but when she painted the picture in a certain way, she called it.
And now it remains in our reality.
Let us say that it uses the painting as a portal into our reality, and we make enticing prey for it.
That's why we must find a way of sending it back to where it came from permanently.
Yeah, I agree.
A genius like you must have already found a way to get rid of this creature, yes?
I sense your sarcasm, but it does happen that, yes, I do have a solution. I think I can destroy it, but for that I must approach the creature, and to be able to do so, I need the key to Rie.
Another one of your baubles.
That's how it's pronounced?
It is no bauble, unbeliever. It is a very powerful protection, able to repel very ancient forces. Much more effective than your Colt.
What does it look like?
It is a golden amulet, bearing very ancient inscriptions and an elder sign at its center. A star with an eye in the middle.
I've already seen that sign. Where can we find it?
Therein lies the problem. That foul thief Charles has hidden it somewhere. I found this drawing among his personal effects. I think that it has something to do with the location of the amulet.
I'll follow this lead. You continue searching.
That is what I intend to do. As for you, return here the second you find it. I don't want it to disappear again.
Wait, I think I know where the bust is. Not quite. Find the bust. Oh wait. Nope. Nope. Easier to start here, move around. Uh-huh. Found the bust. Oh, sure, I jumped ahead. Voila.
This is the amulet that Drake was looking for.
Show the amulet to Drake. Actually, I'm curious. Here's sanity. Yep, mouse. These serums are. Or do you need just one? Well, you know what? We'll keep on playing third till we get the answer.
Ah, it's you again.
The dagger with the strange sign. Was it you who sold it to Francis Sanders?
If you are referring to the dagger of the ancients, then yes, it was me. Why?
Do you know what he intended to do with it?
Francis was primarily a collector of occult objects. He liked rare items such as the dagger. But I doubt he knew its purpose.
It allowed me to send the creature you call the Shambler back into the painting.
Fascinating. But I am afraid that this might only be short-lived.
You mean that thing could come back?
Yes, that is why I am looking for a more permanent solution.
It must never come back. I think I've found what we're looking for.
Let me see that. Yes, that's it. It's perfect. We are saved.
I must tell Mrs. Hawkins.
Yes, do that.
Okay, now we tell Mrs. Hawkins. And I got another point. Now I need one more point, and I have mastered Spot Hidden.
I have it. It's a strange amulet. I hope it will protect you, considering that nothing will help you change your mind.
You must understand, I already went too far.
What have you seen that's so terrible you convinced yourself that you had to risk so much?
I can't tell you now.
This story is going to end badly.
Yes, Chief West is here with Sullivan.
Bradley, you take care of Sarah. I will deal with them.
You sure? All right.
Bum, bum, bum.
I've been hearing about you a lot lately. You seem to enjoy causing trouble.
Nice job, Chief. You got me. Great police work.
You can try to play smart with me all you want, Pierce. Witnesses have identified you as the one who set fire to Riverside.
Witnesses? How convenient. That's not the whole story, is it?
I don't care about your stories. Save them for the judge. You know, us cops, we base our investigation on facts and testimonies. You might want to try that next time.
You bet I will.
And I'm going to assume this is, yep, chapter 10. Okay, so I'm actually going to call that a good stopping point for all of this. So I will resume this next time and probably complete the rest of this game, considering there's chapter 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. So 5 chapters remaining. So again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I'll catch you guys next time. You guys have a great and wonderful weekend, and I will talk to you guys later.